10 iconic moments of the British royal family in glowing emeralds. Emeralds, green fire set in stone, have long whispered secrets through the corridors of Britain's monarchy. More than ornaments, they are emblems of power, passion, and scandal. One was won in a raffle, another nearly lost to a mistress, and many have crowned queens at moments that changed history. From Diana's daring choker to Eugenie's unforgettable wedding tiara, these gems have marked triumphs, heartbreaks, and quiet rebellions. Unlike diamonds, they can shatter. Yet their allure is fierce, almost divine, tied to Venus herself, goddess of love and beauty. Tonight, we unravel 10 moments when the British royal family glowed in emeralds, and the world held its breath. Art Deco Emerald Choker. It remains one of the most iconic moments in the royal emeralds, when Princess Diana transformed a century-old jewel into a symbol of modern magic. At the 1985 Australian tour, the world gasped as she danced with Prince Charles, wearing a deep green velvet gown and the famed Art Deco emerald choker, not around her neck, but glittering across her forehead like a crown. Whether by accident or daring improvisation, the image became immortal, sealing Diana's reputation as a royal rule breaker. Originally crafted in 1921 by Garrard for Queen Mary, the choker was part of the Grand Cambridge Emeralds, a suite she adored and wore for the Delhi Durbar of 1911. After lying unworn in the Queen's vaults, it was gifted to Diana as a wedding present in 1981. From a charity concert at the Barbican to banquets at Claridge's, she paired it with diamonds, tiaras, and emerald drop earrings, reshaping it each time into something unforgettable. The last time she wore it was her 36th birthday at the Tate Gallery in July 1997, 2 months before her death. Today, the choker carries not only emerald fire but Diana's eternal spirit of reinvention. Greville Emerald Kokoshnik Tiara. It was a wedding that shimmered with history, and one jewel stole the breath of the world. When Princess Eugenie walked down the aisle in October 2018, she did not wear a veil. Instead, she crowned herself in mystery. Greville Emerald Kokoshnik Tiara, a piece long hidden in the vaults. That moment became etched as the most iconic moment in the Royal Emeralds, a jewel forgotten, now reborn. The tiara itself is pure drama in diamonds and platinum. Designed by Boucheron in 1919, it frames the head in a sweeping Kokoshnik style, set with rose-cut diamonds that glisten like captured frost. At its heart rests a colossal cabochon emerald, green fire, luminous and commanding. On either side, 6 more emeralds whisper of Romanov grandeur, for its design drew inspiration from the Russian court. Why had it remained unseen for nearly a century? Some whispered it was too powerful, too strange a piece, its weight and presence unmatched, its aura almost forbidding. Perhaps it waited for the right bride, one unafraid of breaking tradition. And on that October morning, the vaults opened for Eugenie alone. For decades it slumbered unworn even by the Queen Mother. But on Eugenie's wedding day, history stirred. As the emerald blazed under the arches of St. George's Chapel, it wasn't just an accessory, it was a statement, a lost treasure, reclaimed, a royal myth, made flesh. And in that instant, emeralds told the story of a dynasty's past and future. Queen Alexandra multi-strand cabochon emerald and pearl choker. At Margaret Thatcher's glittering 85th birthday party in 2005, all eyes fell upon Princess Alexandra of Kent. Around her neck shimmered what many now call the most iconic moment in the royal emeralds, a jewel that whispered both mystery and majesty. It was her multi-strand cabochon emerald and pearl choker, a creation as regal as it was unexpected. The design itself was mesmerizing, rows of luminous pearls embracing the throat, interrupted by a single glowing cabochon emerald at its heart. Unlike Queen Mary's grand emerald suite, this choker was intimate, almost secretive, its beauty resting not in scale but in the subtlety of its craftsmanship. The night Alexandra wore it, history and elegance fused. The central emerald glowed against her gown, a silent echo of her youth, when she dazzled with pearls and diamonds. In that one moment, she redefined royal emeralds, not as relics of the past, but as living, breathing symbols of timeless allure. Queen Mary's carved emerald brooch. Some jewels carry beauty, others carry history, but few carry both as powerfully as Queen Mary's carved emerald brooch. One of the most iconic moments in the Royal Emeralds came when Queen Camilla debuted it at Royal Ascot 2024, the deep green stone blazing like a secret long kept. A decade earlier, Queen Elizabeth II had given the brooch its own quiet moment of splendour, wearing it to church at Sandringham before appearing at the Royal Windsor Horse Show, proving that this emerald was no silent ornament, it was a royal declaration. Its story, however, begins far earlier. When King George V and Queen Mary journeyed to India for the Delhi Durbar of 1911, a deputation of Indian ladies, led by the Maharani of Patiala, gifted a necklace of emeralds and diamonds, and this carved emerald brooch, surrounded by shimmering diamonds. Queen Mary wore it at the Red Fort ceremony, pairing it with her Delhi Durbar tiara, calling it "precious in my eyes" and a jewel destined to become an imperial heirloom. From Queen Mary's grandeur to Elizabeth's quiet elegance, and Camilla's modern debut, the carved emerald has become more than a brooch. It is a living thread, binding royal generations with India's enduring gift of green fire. Delhi Durbar tiara. In 1957, the world saw Queen Elizabeth II immortalised in an official portrait, her crown jewel moment. Draped in emerald splendour, she wore the Vladimir tiara with its rich green pendants and the full Delhi Durbar suite, necklace, earrings and bracelet. It was not merely a portrait, it was a proclamation of continuity, majesty, and the enduring bond between monarch and empire. The Delhi Durbar tiara itself is a masterpiece of power disguised as beauty. Commissioned in 1911 for Queen Mary's appearance at the Grand Delhi Durbar in India, it was set with dazzling Cullinan diamonds and the mysterious Cambridge emeralds, gems once lost to a mistress before Mary boldly reclaimed them for the crown. Garrard's craftsmanship crowned the tiara with a striking lattice of diamonds, topped by glowing emeralds, a vision of authority framed in green fire. Through the years, its symbolism grew. Queen Elizabeth never had it in her personal collection. It stayed with the Queen Mother until 2002, but she wore its sister pieces, entwining the Vladimir tiara with the Delhi Durbar necklace on grand state occasions, from Tehran to Malta. Each appearance whispered of empire, memory, and the unbroken line of emerald magnificence. Queen Alexandra's Ladies of North Wales leek brooch. In 1907, a glitter of green fire caught the eye of an entire nation. Queen Alexandra stepped out in Cardiff, her emerald leek brooch blazing like a secret signal from Wales itself. Decades later, the Queen Mother revived its power during the royal visit to Wales after the 1937 coronation, and again in 1969 at the dramatic investiture of Prince Charles as Prince of Wales. Each appearance was more than ceremony, it was Wales woven into jewels pinned upon the very heart of monarchy. The brooch's design is unlike any other, a Welsh leek sculpted in diamonds, crowned with lush emeralds and dangling a cabochon emerald drop. Around it, the words, "To our own princess" in Welsh, an inscription of loyalty forever locked in green stone. For a century it marked defining Welsh moments, wartime visits, St. David's Day tributes, and jubilant state occasions. After the Queen Mother's passing, the jewel story turned a page when Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, wore it in Cardiff in 2006. That moment sealed it as not just a relic, but a living emblem of heritage, an heirloom destined to glimmer on the breast of every Princess of Wales yet to come. And now a quiet question lingers. When will Catherine, Princess of Wales, finally claim this emerald emblem and write the next chapter in its luminous saga? Duchess of Gloucester's emerald necklace. It was 1993 at a glittering state banquet when Birgitta, Duchess of Gloucester, stepped into the spotlight wearing one of the most enigmatic emerald treasures in royal history. Around her neck blazed a belle-époque masterpiece, a collar of vast square-cut emeralds. Suspended among delicate diamond swags and festoons, the room hushed, not for her title, but for the sheer audacity of the jewel. But the story of this necklace stretches back further, its origins wrapped in silence. Thought to have once belonged to Queen Mary, it passed quietly into the Gloucester vaults in 1953. Princess Alice, Duchess of Gloucester, wore it magnificently in the 1950s, during the Swedish state visit, the Portuguese banquet, and receptions for the Shah of Iran and Queen Soraya. Each moment bound the jewel tighter to Britain's diplomatic stage. When Birgitta inherited her royal role after personal tragedy, the necklace became her weapon of presence. For decades it gleamed at banquets, portraits, and paired majestically with the emerald version of the Gloucester honeysuckle tiara. Yet one question lingers: why has this spectacular necklace begun to fade from view, its emerald fire rarely seen in recent years? Greville emerald earrings. When Queen Elizabeth II stepped into St Giles's Cathedral in Edinburgh in 2008 for the solemn Mass of the Order of the Thistle, the world looked twice. Draped in her ceremonial robes, she wore earrings that seemed to whisper of another century. The Greville emerald earrings. Their lush green fire caught the light of the cathedral's stained glass, adding a glimmer of mystique to a centuries-old ritual of chivalry. But these were no ordinary gems. Commissioned by Dame Margaret Greville from Boucheron in 1923, the earrings feature great pear-shaped emerald drops, suspended from a delicate chain of 5 diamonds in unusual cuts, round, square, and rare hexagonal, an artistry so subtle that they almost vanish in old photographs. Only in motion, as the emeralds sway, does their hypnotic brilliance reveal itself. The Queen Mother adored them, wearing them to galas, ballet premieres, even her 90th birthday. Each appearance stitched them deeper into the fabric of royal memory. And yet, what secret within the Greville bequest makes these emeralds more than just jewels? Why do they seem to reappear at moments of quiet royal power rather than grand coronations? The answer lies deeper in the vaults. The emerald tassel earrings. They sway like whispers of forgotten dynasties. 3 ropes of white diamonds knotted delicately, ending in emerald drops the colour of enchanted forests. The emerald tassel earrings are not mere ornaments, but an enigma wrapped in gold and green, echoing with decades of regal secrets. Their first appearance was in 1989, when Queen Elizabeth II stepped into Claridge's during a state dinner honouring Sheikh Zayed of the United Arab Emirates. The timing was telling. Many still believe the suite, with its necklace, bracelet, ring and earrings, was the Sheikh's personal gift to the Queen, a diplomatic jewel shimmering with the weight of alliances. The necklace, with its diamond ropes and tassel of emerald fire, framed the Queen's presence like a regal collar of light, commanding both attention and awe. From then, the emerald tassels became a quiet but powerful statement. At the G7 summit of 1991, their sparkle cut through the grandeur of Buckingham Palace. In Toronto, 2002, amid her golden jubilee, the Queen paired them with the mighty Vladimir tiara, weaving old and new in a single royal silhouette. Even with the Obamas in 2011, she chose this suite, modern, youthful, yet commanding. And then, in a gesture both intimate and symbolic, the jewels passed into the hands of a new royal woman. Princess Catherine of Wales wore the tassel earrings in Jamaica, 2022, during a glittering dinner marking the Platinum Jubilee. With every step, the emerald drops caught the Caribbean light, linking her quietly to the late Queen's legacy. The bracelet from the set clasped her wrist, as if fastening her firmly into history. Vladimir Emerald Tiara. Few jewels have lived a life as dangerous as the Vladimir Emerald Tiara. Born in Imperial Russia, smuggled out during Revolution, and resurrected in London, it remains one of the crown's most powerful symbols. Originally crafted for Grand Duchess Maria Pavlovna in the 1880s, its diamond frame and 15 suspended drops, interchangeable with pearls or Cambridge emeralds, made it a jewel of unmatched flexibility. After its daring escape from St. Petersburg, it was purchased by Queen Mary, who transformed it into the emerald masterpiece we know today. Its true legend, however, belongs to Queen Elizabeth II. She unveiled it publicly in 1953 at the Royal Command film performance, shimmering with emerald fire. In Paris, 1957, It crowned her at the Opera Garnier during a glittering state visit. By 1963, it reappeared at Covent Garden for the Greek Royal Gala, echoing its Romanov past. In 1983, it dazzled San Francisco at a state dinner, while in 1996, its emeralds lit up Bangkok beside King Bhumibol. Poignantly, it was the last tiara Elizabeth wore in 2019, a survivor's jewel, carrying centuries of empires within its frame. Thank you for watching. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more sparkling stories. We would love to know which jewel was your favourite.